And then also what you two said was to be honest about what your intentions are. I feel like most girls would prefer that. I've also had this other guy tell me that he purposely leads girls on and makes them believe that he wants a relationship because he believes that he's more likely to get sex out of them. And I think that's fucked up. In my opinion, that's the same thing as
what? Wait.
I'm sorry, it's the same thing as RA or whatever you want to call it, SA, whatever.
Wait, hold on. Can you just like rewind 15 seconds?
So if the girl is only
the R word?
If the girl is only hooking up with you because she believes that she's gonna get like a relationship out of you, or you guys are heading towards that route, and you are manipulating her into thinking that, and say if she would have known prior that that's all that you wanted out of her, maybe she wouldn't have hooked up with you. So you are manipulating her into having sex with you.
Wait, so you're saying like guys are saying they want something more serious in order to secure sex from women, and then they just disappear? Is that kind of what you're getting at a little bit?
Yeah,
they're misrepresenting their intentions.
Yeah, because they assume, and you know what happens when you assume.
Tell me what happens. What happens when you
make an ass out of you and an ass out of me?
Well, I guess if it's coercion for a guy to say, I'm really into you, I want to pursue something seriously, I'm interested in a relationship, would you also agree then that it's coercion when women wear makeup or have plastic surgery or have face filters or Photoshop? No.
We're talking about two different things.
Yeah, that's two different things.
I have a question. If a guy was like, yo, like, I want to date you, and you were like, okay, and then you had sex with him, and then he just like bounced on you, you said that you consider that rape, would you accuse him of rape?
No. I think you're misunderstanding me.
She's trying to, like, I get what she's trying to say, because, like, I wouldn't necessarily say, like, yeah, like, that's rape or anything. I would not agree, but it is a form of, like, it's manipulation, basically.
Certainly.
It's manipulation.
Certainly.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's straight up rape or anything, because I don't think it's justifiable to go and take that to court or the lengths, extents, or whatever, but it's been a new discussion being brought up about how it's similar to coercion in a way. I believe that coercion is definitely rape. If somebody's saying no a million times and you're like convincing them to say yes after a certain point, because most times women say yes after a while because we fear our safety and we thinking it's either let's say yes and get this over with, or it could be a violent thing in the end, right? But like personally, from what she's saying, I disagree. I wouldn't say necessarily it's rape, but it is a form of manipulation, and it's a very mild, watered down form of assault in a way, but it depends on how it's done. Because there's like, but I don't know how to explain.
I'm going to use an example. So I'm going to school for real estate. I'm going to school for real estate. You have 3 years to sue someone for not disclosing something to you. So if you can find that there's mold in the house and say, you don't know if the selling agent, the person who sold you that house, they may or may not have known about it. It doesn't matter. You can still sue them. So I hope I'm getting my point across, but basically, like, by you not disclosing that to them, it's fucked up. Just be honest. And there's a lot of girls out there that'll probably sleep with you anyway.
Wait, let me just say something. Let me just say something for all the guys out there. You guys, I want you to hear what they're saying very clearly. We live in an age where there's a lot of false accusations that are thrown around. There's a lot of false assault accusations that are thrown around. Listen to what they're saying. Just be careful, bros. Be careful.
Just stay abstinent like him, and you'll be okay.
Exactly,
bro.
Exactly.
Can we stop with the ad hominem attacks on each other, guys? Okay, so, so your position is that if a guy is being disingenuous as to his intentions in courting you, that if he makes a statement, for example, I'm interested in a long-term relationship, and that happens to not be true, you're saying that is tantamount to sexual. I just want to understand what you're saying. Is that a fair assessment of what your position is?
I don't know. Why don't you turn the question on to the these girls on the right. If they were to get married to someone and then have, sexual intercourse with them, and that person then goes to divorce them, like, I'm sure they would feel like betrayed.
Can we move on?
I would not.
I don't think it would be assault, though. No.
Next.
The only point I'll make is that if men are, if it's somehow coercion, or there's either some sort of criminal, there's a suggestion that there should be criminal liability for men making romantic. There's a specific term for this, but it's not coming to me.
You're saying it's criminal to lead a girl on.
Yeah, but then surely it also must be criminal for women to wear makeup, use Photoshop, get plastic surgery.
You don't even have to go that far. It could be criminal for a girl to lead a guy on in that same way.
In the same way.
Yeah.
That's job. That's not.
I do.
No, but it's just like, that's the game. Oh, baby, I don't think it's right.
I agreed with this.
I don't think that's
me.
right.
I said I want a man to do that. I said I want a man to lead me on if anything. So remembers.
Wait, you want a man to lead you on?
No, that's not what I'm saying, obviously. But it's like I was saying.
Does that mean you want to be?
What?
Wait, what are you
Okay,
saying?
I don't
What are you
think-
saying?
Making a bad
What are you saying?
No, because I said earlier when we were talking about if we want men to be straight up with us or whatever, and I said how I'm not seeking a relationship right now, but I'd rather fake the funk for a couple weeks rather than us just off the bat being like, so I don't know. I don't want to explain it. That's why,
That's okay.
I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that I was actually saying that I think it's different. But then Brian's blocking eye contact with me, so I just felt necessary.
I'm sorry. It's just,
clarify.
I just wanted to say on that, just real quick, you do, like, us as women, I believe that I'm not saying that that's right. Like, I totally get that there's situations where stuff is really bad that can happen. But I do think that we as women, if we want to say that we respect ourselves and we have a high amount of respect for ourselves, I think that you really do have to be the gatekeeper on seeing who this man is and not putting yourself in a situation where that could happen and
You could get taken advantage of.
yeah, like I would be like, no, I need to see who this guy is. I'm not even like, you can take me on proper dates. I'm not gonna fool around because I don't want that regret for myself because I respect myself, and I think that he needs to prove himself, and that's actually gives me more self-respect because I know that I'm keeping my limits to what I want. So, yeah.
I mean, the argument is that it's coercion. If a guy is saying, "No, baby, I'm going to date you. I'm going to date you. I'm going to be your boyfriend."
That's not what I mean by coercion, though.
What do you mean by coercion?
I mean when they're like, "Come on, let's just do it."
Well, that's a separate thing. That's not what she was saying.
That is the
though.
true definition of coercion.
That's why I was just saying that because I brought up the definition coercion earlier because I was saying I don't think what she's saying is necessarily, but a close synonym to the situation she's talking about is coercion, where I believe that is assault. That's the only reason why I brought up that word.
That's fair. That's a fair take.
That's
if a girl's saying no, and a guy's like, no, come on.
That's why I think it's assault.
That's coercion.
I don't think it's assault if somebody leads somebody on. I don't personally think that's assault. No.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think those are two different. I don't think coercion.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
that.
I don't think coercion is to be used to describe a man leading a woman on. And
Do you think it's coercion if a guy is saying, "Yeah, baby, I want to date you. I want to date you"?
No, I never said it was coercion. I think it's manipulation. I think it's wrong.
I agree with you that it's wrong, but
yeah, it is wrong. But it's tantamount to rape still.
No, it's just kind of comparing the two on a extreme way.